Good evening, good morning, good night. Have a good one. Thanks. Sammy B here with the Amateur Theater, where the stories are told. Some you like, some you dislike. We really don't care. We just want you to hear them. I have with me today Mr. Thomas McCarthy.
Hi, everybody.
I met Thomas many, couple days ago.
It's true.
Yep.
Almost two.
Yeah, I've been wanting to interview you like this for a very long time. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you
Oh.
doing this for me.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Sam.
The check is in the mail.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a paid game.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll bring my game up a few notches then. If there's cash involved, you know how I am. You know, when the owner goes, "Is that enough money?" What do I say? No. You know.
All right. Well, let's get things rolling. Name a perfect song to you. What do you feel like a perfect song? It could be
Wow.
9 to 5 by Dolly Parton is a perfect song. It could be anything. What do you feel?
There's so
No
many.
judgment.
There's
No
so
judgment.
many of them. You know, there's so many beautiful
Well, you
songs.
can just pick one. It doesn't even have to be your favorite song. In fact, don't let it be your favorite song, and it still be a name a perfect song. What you think is one.
Perfect song.
Yeah.
Jesus. I
How
mean,
it tells a story, what needs to be. Let's start. How about let's start? What needs to be in a perfect song for you?
what needs to be in it? Something that grabs a hold of you, you know what I mean? And that you're like, wow, this is incredible. That's why it's hard to pick just a song. But I mean, like, as far as rock and roll goes,
Sure.
I would have to go with Stairway to Heaven. Because there isn't a person alive who doesn't like that song. Even today.
Wait a
when you
minute.
hear
Wait a
it.
minute. Wait a minute. To you guitar players out there, you know we're not allowed to play that in any music store, right? All right. So not everybody likes that song, but continue.
Okay. I was, no, but that's, you know, the structure of the song, the tempo, the dynamics. I saw Hot do it at the, in D.C. Led Zeppelin got inducted into, I forget exactly what it was, but
It was
Hot-
probably the Hall of Fame.
no, I think it's some sort of ceremonial sort of lifetime achievement thing or something.
Oh, could be, sure.
But Hot did a tribute and they played Stairway to Heaven. And it was absolutely amazing. And John Bonham's son was playing the drums.
Jason Bonham.
Exactly. And the choir all wore the derby hats like Jason did. That was his thing. And that was a pretty impactful song as far as it was just absolutely beautiful.
And it was a good interpretation of it as well. So,
That's what makes it a beautiful song.
I mean, you mentioned rock and roll. Is that the type of music you gravitate towards? Or?
Oh yeah, as a young kid and stuff, I had no idea. When I was young, Ed Sullivan was on, and my sisters and everybody in the place we lived were all gathered in front of the TV. I had no idea why. And then as soon as he announced the Beatles, I never heard such people yell before in my life. And I was like, I knew something at that time was going on, but
And this
I
is
didn't-
probably on a little TV.
black and white.
Yeah.
Yep. And but then the neighbor across the street had a stereo player, and he would play it out the window, and we could hear.
Oh,
He
okay.
played the Beatles over and over.
Nice.
And it was like,
nice. So,
so-
Beatles maybe an influence in your.
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And the way I saw it, like, you know, kind of affect the older kids. Everybody was in a band now. Everybody was, you know, so everybody in that area, somebody was playing in a band, or you knew somebody was playing in a band, and everybody really started playing instruments, you know, and, you know, so at the
So-
time, that's the music I heard, but then I seen things like Tina Turner, and when they put on that, I was like absolutely blown away when I saw they did the performance of Proud Mary.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
on the Ed Sullivan show, it was like that. that was totally in its own. Like the Beatles, okay, they sang songs, so, but this was like a whole different. Wow.
I think the first time I saw that video was on VH1. It was on TV. It wasn't on. It might have even been
Oh, I
MTV,
saw
but I
it.
doubt it. It was
was-
probably VH1. They were showing just that one song of them doing that. It was
Right.
really good. It was really good.
It was
Nowadays,
incredible.
you could probably YouTube that and see it. It's a good video, so check it out.
But it actually, it kind of bring me from just standing up there playing a song to everybody doing this choreographed mute. That was like the first time I've ever seen a song have an actual choreographed thing
Sure.
with it. And they danced way more. I watched Lawrence Welk, my parents, and you seen how they danced. Then I seen Tina Turner and them dancing to the, and all of a sudden it was just like, that song just did something for me. And my sisters bring home our first album. We had a stereo, and it was in a Gata de Vida, and they played the whole thing. And the drums, so that was it. My mother said I hit the pots and pans ever since I was 2 years old. There is a picture of me and my kid sister at Christmas, and at 2 I had a drum, and I was already so.
Okay.
I always liked banging on things, and
So
Yeah.
based on that, how did you first get started? Like, obviously you kind of just said how you got started playing the drums. Anyway,
Right.
was banging on a pot and pan. I mean,
right. And then I actually 7, 8 years old. I think I got a little drum set, and you know, it was fun to play and everything, but I didn't really like the sound or anything. They were
Right.
really, you know, chintzy. But one of my sister's friends came in, and it was all right after Christmas, and everybody came in and said hello and all. And he sat down and played them. and made
wow.
them sound like a real drum set, and everybody from the apartments all came down and listened to him.
Nice.
And it was like, wow, I want to do that too, right? Even now I have the drums to do it, so I always started playing on that. But when you live in an apartment, sometimes playing the drums doesn't work well with neighbors.
No,
and,
no. Where you
so,
from, Thomas?
You know, what's that?
Where you from?
Originally from, my family was from South Boston, moved to Somerville.
Where?
Somerville.
Oh, okay.
Somerville, Massachusetts.
Somerville.
Yeah, the Ville.
Yep, the Ville.
And I grew up Somerville, and later in high school, Lawrence. I lived out there for a few years, then back to Somerville, and pretty much grew up there, and that's where I'm from. Very
Lawrence.
musical.
You moved to Lawrence. You were the teens
Yep.
when you were in Lawrence. Yeah. So
Yeah.
were you into playing drums in a band in teens, or did you do music in school, marching band?
Well, the first year going to Lawrence, it was just making sure I
Yeah.
got home alive.
Tuck and cover. That's
Right.
yeah. I remember those days.
Where you come from, you go, I'm going for bread and milk, I'll be right back. Where we come from, it's like, going for bread and milk, cover me. But, there you go. Thank you, Sam. But, no, I grew up in Somerville, and like I said, when the Beatles came, all the teenagers seemed to start, there were all these little bands playing in the cellars and the garages, and like music was kind of all around, and everybody was really starting to get into playing. And you know, it's something I picked up on. Never thought I'd do at that time and stuff. And in 8th grade, my buddy John Walsh, he had his own set, and I was so like, oh, I wish I had that. I'd be playing every day. And
You remember what set it was?
Red Sparkle Slingerland.
Slingerland.
Right.
Probably not an existing company anymore.
Why do you say that, Sam? Slingerland?
Oh,
We'll have to Google that.
yeah.
and make
I
sure.
guess Google Slingerling.
I'm not ancient. I know them all, but
So did you play band in school, like marching band or any of that stuff? Because I mean, you're pretty savvy on the snare drum. I've heard some recordings of you just doing a drum solo, and you don't even need any other drums. The snare is pretty much all you need for sonically. Just you can make it sound like a whole drum kit, just the one drum all by its lonesome.
Well, thank you for the compliment, but officially, no, not in the band itself, but I was always down there during my study hall free periods. I'd go down there and just start ripping it with some of the kids, even though I never learned to read music and everything. I really enjoyed it. And the sound was incredible.
Yep.
Plus, they were playing like modern rock and roll hits. The band and the way it sounded, it was a whole different interpretation and everything. And it was like, there was so many people involved, and it was like the friendships that revolved around it. And one time I asked them I was like third string quarterback, and I asked the band to,
Quarterback
Yeah.
in football.
yes, for the Lawrence High School, Lancers. And so I asked them, hey, say, we want McCarthy. We want McCarthy. See if he'll let me in, even the last quarter. And I gave them the signal. So they started, hey, we want the whole band.
Yep.
And it was like the coach, hey, McCarthy. So I ran over with my helmet. I goes, what's up? He goes, get in the stands because they want you more than I do. So that was that was the end of my football season there. But I really enjoyed the Lawrence High School band. A lot of great kids in there and stuff like that. And then moving back to Somerville and actually hooking up with the kid I was working with at the steakhouse. He said he played guitar, and I always practiced my drums. I used to come home high school, put on Kiss Alive, and sit at the edge of my bed and play and pretend I had a set for like every day, all four sides. And then I went out and hung out at the park and just kept doing that because I wanted to play guitar, but I went to a music store and the guitars were like, I don't know, $500, $600, and a pair of drumsticks was $5. So I figured, well, at least I can get these,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and that's how it, But I like to play the guitar a little bit here and there. I'm not good, but I can put some
You're not
chords
that good?
together. Yes, the goosebumps will go away in a few days.
Okay.
But yes,
That'll be just all right from you.
uh,
So, when did you first join like a band that was playing, I guess, gigs at venues of some
my
sort?
first professional paying gig.
Doesn't have to be professional. Like, were you in a band that was like a garage band where you guys just had practice and maybe played one or two, maybe a school dance or?
Yeah, a couple of people played with this girl, Christina from Arlington. She was a really good guitar player, and we had a bass player. And we played one show in one of those, like there's 6 bands that night, and everybody gets like a 30-minute thing to do
Okay.
and then get the hell off and stuff like that. I played in a cover band that had a couple originals, and one of the originals actually got picked up by WAAF and
So around what year was this?
Salem State College. This had to be, Jesus, 83, 84, 1983, 84. And to hear your song on the radio, and it was like, we were called East Wind.
East Wind.
Right, with Marcy Snow, featuring Marcy Snow. We practiced at her house in Marblehead, Massachusetts. And,
So this
if
was
you-
rock, blues.
well, we were a cover band basically, but she had some originals that she threw in there, and that we tried to get some. It was one of those, they played the local bands on a Sunday
Sure.
night, and they threw us in, and they said, yeah, we liked it, and they played it again for the next month or something like that every Sunday, and because it kept saying, yeah, we want to hear that song again on
Oh,
Sunday.
okay.
So
Awesome. Awesome.
that was cool.
So you've been on the radio.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been on the radio with the song, and at the time it was like, all right, you can't be any cooler than that. You know what I mean?
So if you heard a recording today of yourself in, like, let's say each time period of your life that you were in different bands, would you be able to define what your daily life was like in that time period versus like maybe today? Is that too complicated of a question?
Yes.
Okay. So you're listening to a song that you were playing, whether it be an original or a cover, and it brings you back to a place in time that you can remember vividly now because of the music. Like things
Oh.
that happened to you in that time that wouldn't be something that you could just remember unless maybe you heard that song.
That I hear different songs that affect me while I'm playing or not playing. So I mean that there in itself is just like, but anything that I've ever heard was like, that meant something to me, that actually strikes a chord with you over, a million different reasons.
And every
but-
time you hear that specific song, it sort of feels the same way.
Oh yeah, but it's not specifically. Oh, I remember, because a lot of the songs we played, I played them thousands of times. You know what I mean? The same thing. When you play cover tunes, mostly that's what it. Because I wanted to be the big rock star when I was
Right.
young, but then I started seeing all the people that were out there, and there were some just incredible musicians. Even the kid I actually went and bought the drum set to play with this kid from work, Sal DeFusco. He now's the teacher at Berkeley. He teaches guitar. He's just off the charts, and I've known Sal for, we've been friends since we were like 16 years old, 15, 16. And, seeing him play that first time on my own first actual set of drums to play with him,
Yep.
and just to be,
Wasn't that on stage too?
The first time we played together, yes, it was at the Stephen James
Well,
Steakhouse.
talk about that for a minute.
Well, me and him were dishwashers.
So you're 16-ish?
17. I was 17.
Okay.
16.
Yeah,
same
16,
thing.
17. So it's not too young to get into music, people. Continue. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. But I kept hounding the guy to let me sit up and play a song behind the drums, because I had practice every time on my bed. And when the band wasn't off, their equipment was still up. So in the morning, when nobody was there, when I was able to get in there, every once in a while I'd sneak behind the set. And Joe Bucci Jr. used to leave the sticks and let me, and then goes, make sure you put them back. Because if his father found out, who
Right.
was the piano player, Joe Bucci Sr., oh no. But I've asked him like faithfully every time, because he'd come in for coffee and walk, hey, Joe, can I play a song tonight? And they played Tuesdays to Saturday night. And on a Tuesday, nobody was really there. And I said, hey, Tuesday night, come on, nobody's out here. So he talked with Sal, and Sal told him, oh, yeah, my father's, oh, that's your father? And they had this connection. And then he goes, okay, aren't you? And he said, yeah, so we come out and played. Sal and me, he let me play,
Oh, okay.
but he brought Sal out too. And there happened to be a guitar player there from Berkeley who used to sit in only on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So he was there, and he let Sal play.
They were playing
his-
jazz music at this place, right? Or Italian?
Oh no, it was all the dance music at the time, but it was it was like a trio doing all the pop hits.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Sorry
And
to interrupt.
people had that thing. So what was I saying now?
You were about to get on stage and play.
Oh,
Session guitar player.
no, so the guy let Sal use the guitar, and we played Saturday in the Park. And I started it off wrong, and I started off wrong again. And then he said, boot the other way out. And then he gave me the cue, and I hit. And then as soon as I hit, I was in, and it was cool.
Oh, it's a good feeling,
and I
isn't it?
covered the tune and everything like that. And but Sal, like, there wasn't, I think the bartender, his girlfriend, the manager, and two people that happened to be come inside because it was pouring out, was in the whole club. That's that.
Would you
like,
say
I
that's
had
the
to-
least amount of people you've played in front of?
Probably, yes. And thankfully so. God spared
Good
a
thing
lot
that
of them.
happens early in the career, folks.
But no, we were the dishwashers. We spared no expense bringing from all the way from the kitchen. So he let us play, and then the song ended, and he said, "Hey, nice job, Moosey." That's what he called me. And I get out. Joe Jr. came back, but he told Sal. He goes, "Excuse me, Sal, can you play in the?" And Sal stayed up and played 3 more songs, and he made him play these.
Sal's
things.
the guy that is now a teacher at Berkeley.
Right, my good friend, and it was just blown away, and like, it was like, oh my God. So unfortunately, what happened is that gentleman, after Sal played, put his guitar in his case, packed it up, never came back and played on Tuesdays and Wednesday night. He wasn't getting paid, but he was like a student, and like I guess he needed it to get his marks and stuff. But it's so ironic that that student from Berkeley and Sal's connection of it and everything. Sal was 7 years old. He won the community auditions. It was like how Star Search and
Okay,
America's Got
Yep.
Talent. It was like the local program that we watched as a kid because it was all local people. And Sal, 7 years old, won the whole thing for the year from playing
Wow.
guitar.
Wow.
His father was a fabulous musician. All his
So,
brothers
Influences both these people to you.
well, when we first played and I had my set, I felt like, wow, I can't believe I have my own drum set. I'm in my own apartment. I'm playing with this kid. And, like, wow, this is something I always thought would never happen. So,
So
I
from
really
playing
enjoy
from
it.
pillows to you own a drum kit
Drum
now.
kit.
Uh,
I had him
and you're
as-
playing in your apartment. You just
Right.
have records blaring, ripping out on the drums, friends hanging out.
Oh, yeah. My friends would come in all the time and just go, are you going to play drums all day? And I'd say, and they just leave. But some of them would stay. But
Crowd control.
afterwards, but, you know, they were my friends. They were, you know, happen. This is what I did. I was working my ass off, and when I wasn't working, I was playing drums. I was sleeping and playing, you know, because I
Yeah.
just really enjoyed getting better and just like, you know. But after seeing, there was no way I was ever going to be a rock, like, you know, go in and play. You know, I seen Neil Peart on Rush when I was like, wait a minute, what's this kid doing? How's he doing that? And now I see one of the most incredible things is I know I'm gonna murder his name, Estepanio. He's the Groove Father.
Yeah, I might put his name right here.
Yeah. When I saw his videos, and then I saw some of the real good drummers reacting to his videos, he's off the charts now. He's just like, he's doing things with one hand that would take two guys with four, you know, both of their hands going in.
I saw a
So-
video of him playing AC/DC's Back in Black with PVC tubes and rubber spatulas. And he played the
I
rhythm,
saw that,
all the
yes.
melody, and the vocal track with the, it was, well, if I'll put his name in the description, it's really good. You check out that video too for drumming. He probably won't be on my channel, but maybe, hey, you see this video, even though, you know, neither of us can pronounce your name properly.
Yeah, I apologize.
We're stupid Americans. Anyway, so your influences musically, Kiss. You said you like Kiss.
Oh yeah, Kiss was like the thing at the time, and everybody. But then my brother-in-law was he turned me on to like Jethro Tull,
Yeah.
Frank Zappa, Led Zeppelin, the Stones. I mean, I was never really a big fan of the Stones. I mean, I like their stuff, but for some reason, I didn't. And
The drummer just didn't
Well,
hit you right.
Aerosmith was the American version
I was about
of
to
the
ask you about
Stones.
them. Yep.
Like Aerosmith seemed to be like the American version of the Stones kind of thing, and I favored them obviously.
Doesn't
'cause-
Kramer look kind of British anyway?
What?
The drummer from Aerosmith, Kramer. Doesn't he
Oh.
look kind of British?
They, you know, I couldn't tell a Brit from a Yank if you know back in that day. They all got long hair, sunglasses, and you know.
So you practice to records.
Oh yeah, everything. I really love Deep Purple,
Like your basic
Richie
practice
Blackmore,
regimen.
Rainbow, Robin Trower, the Jethro Tulls, the Aerosmith tunes.
I was gonna say Aerosmith.
You know, playing all that stuff with all different people. And
What about
that's-
when Bruce Springsteen came out? He came out right when Aerosmith came out on the same label. He got promoted and they didn't, and they had to go do really hard tours with no promotions, and he had got to get all the promotions from the record label. Did that affect the way you enjoyed either band, or you just went for the music sounded good? I think the first question was, did you like Bruce Springsteen when he came out?
No,
No.
I
Okay.
did not. I didn't get him for a while. I really wasn't a big fan. Him, like, he seemed like Bob Seger. Bob Seger had that same kind of vibe. His was a little more heavy. And then after listening to a few of his tunes, like, I didn't catch on right away, but
Born in the USA.
Well, just the saxophone, the other things,
Okay, yeah.
the piano
20
was in
players.
there. It was like, had a little more oomph to it and stuff like that. But I just really enjoyed. There were so many bands that obviously had an effect on me, like everyone, like Van Halen. When I heard Eddie Van Halen and that band, it was like, oh my God, these guys are really good and everything like that. I mean, I enjoyed that stuff, but I never was going to make it as a rock star, but I enjoyed playing music enough that I enjoyed playing the cover tunes and doing that stuff. It's not the songs you want to play all the time. It's what everybody likes, what's popular at the time.
Right.
What gets you more gigs and stuff. Because, it's definitely when you're working full time. And for a while there, I was playing every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and working
And
full
that's
time.
in that Metro band?
Well, several different bands like that. Metro was one of them. Class Action, East Wind was one of them. Sidetrack. Who else?
You played a lot of shows then.
Yeah, and
Good.
and that was enough for me. That's what I started enjoying it. Carrying the gear, packing up, everything like that. Not the best time, you know what I mean? But well worth it because I enjoy playing and But I really enjoyed playing that stuff.
What's the most people you played in front of?
The most.
If you're going to average 500, 200, 100, 7. We already know the least was like a handful.
Right. The most. The most I've played in front of. I'd have to say like maybe 100 people, somewhere in there, 100 people. I don't
In a small
remember
club, 100
anything
people, so it was
exact-
packed, 100 people in an arena.
No, this was an outdoor event.
spread out like COVID or.
Well, the Kingston days we did. There was,
Okay.
there's thousands of people hearing us play at the time, and
True.
so.
I'm pretty sure we had the house packed when
But
we played Kingston.
they
days.
weren't necessarily coming by to stick around and listen and stuff.
Dance
Well,
floor was packed many times.
yeah, everybody who did walk by kind of stopped and watched for a minute and let us finish the song, and then they went on their way. But
There was a quarter.
state fair, country fair, the town fair, that was probably the most.
What's your most memorable show that you've
My
played?
most memorable show.
Yeah, cover band, original band, doesn't really matter. Just
My most
if you could think of a show
I'd
that
have
you
to
were
say
playing.
my first professional gig getting paid was we did a wedding for my brother-in-law's co-worker, and it was at the Holiday Inn, North Andover.
Fancy.
It was a wedding. The hall was like say the hall was facing us and you came in from behind us. You would walk in and you would have to walk by the stage that was split in two. There was a walkway where one part of the band would sit there and I sat there. And this was the way to I think the men's room. Yeah, it was the ladies' room. So they had to go by there. Now we're sitting all in white shirts. We got our red bow ties. Everybody's matching outfits.
So you got drums on that side, you got piano or something on this
and
side.
people walking in and
Wow.
by and everything. But we weren't a wedding band. We practiced like hard rock songs. He was playing Hendrix, stuff like that. And people were coming over. Can you play Danny Boy? And I was like, no, we don't play that and everything. But the two things I remember from that would be it's my first gig ever professionally getting paid for
Good memorable
doing something
thing, yep.
I love.
Yep.
It was in a kind of a classy joint as far as where I come from. So that was the next thing. And this one guy, every time he walked by, he would hit my cymbal because he walking right by and he would slap it and he looked at me, gave me a thumbs up. And this happened 3 or 4 times. So I seen him coming towards me and I knew it was coming. So I'm playing the thing and as soon as he was gonna hit it right on time, and I snapped the stick and I cracked him, and he fucking jumped like a rabbit in the middle of the thing and almost fell into the stage, and he cracked it.
There's
He
one
was
in every
like-
crowd, folks.
And
There's
he
one in
was
every
like,
crowd.
you know, freaking doing that, and you know, so he went off and humbled himself, I guess, and because he didn't make a big deal after it, you know what I mean? But he was sore, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, and I knew exactly what I was doing. And then we were wrapping up, and our time was over, but there was still people all in the hall and everything like that. So we started breaking down all our gear, and I went back for the last speaker. And I was going back there, and I had to bend down and get it. Now, we had just bought these outfits just to match, and it was like polyester black pants or something with black shoes. And everybody's out there, and they see me come in, and they kind of looked, oh, he's grabbing the last thing. So I turn around, I bend over to pick it up, and my pants just split, like from right to my unit, and I was like,
Janet
oh my
Jackson,
God.
eat your heart out.
No, I had underwear on, thank God. But I usually didn't, but I did have it on that time. And I remember everybody laughing behind me as I'm walking away from my first gig. And one, that the fact we never should have played that wedding because we're not a wedding band. You don't dance to Jethro Tull and Hendrix and...
Well, my next question was going to be, what was your biggest malfunction? But I think we found that already.
well, let me think, because there could be several others that might be, but
but
no,
I was
that
thinking,
was
like,
my
during a
most
show.
memorable.
That's good. That's a
thing,
good memory.
You know
man.
what I
That's a
mean?
good one. Thank you for
first
sharing
one.
that. No, that's a good one. All right then. Is there the biggest mistake or malfunction during like a song where maybe you were playing and the guitarist had to change a string or something happened with, like, let's say I remember being at a show once and all of the electricity failed because it was a generator that may have ran out of gas, but the drummer was acoustic, so he could just continue to play, and it took the chance at that point. All the lights are out. You can't even see anybody. It's so black. We're out in the middle of the forest doing generator work, and the drummer still got to play. Not you. I'm just saying that has
No,
happened. It's happened to me, but something like that where there was a big mistake, and how did you overcome that mistake or malfunction? I should say, not mistake. Sound wise, broke a stick during your drum solo, or has that ever happened to you?
No, I've been lucky in that part. Really, something
Because
like,
no one gives you drum solos,
you know what
right?
I mean? I think one time a cymbal did fall over when I hit it because I didn't have the prongs out all the way.
Oh.
We were on a shorter stage. Well, sometimes the stages were
The size of this rug.
a 2x4, with, you know, and that's it. Hey, you're here, there. But, you know, just, you know, the most memorable thing, too, as far as the whole, I've been around for a while doing
day or
that.
two.
But, you know, I haven't done anything in years now. And, you know, but back in the day when I was younger, I was, you know, really enjoyed that. But meeting all the people along the way, in the crowd, other musicians, playing with other musicians, it's just like, you know, when I think back, that's the biggest thing I get out of it, is meeting some of the craziest people, some of the nicest
It's
people.
like you're
some of
reading
the,
my questions. That's my next question. Is like, what does music give to you? And it gives you all of that camaraderie, emotion, feelings, friends,
well, you get to
relationships,
kind of
ties.
you get to kind of go in this little separate box or your own little world when you're playing music. You're doing something, collaborating with. Or if I'm just sitting down, you know, just kind of warming up, practicing, doing all that, practicing the tricks sometimes and everything, because, you know, that used to be the thing. Oh, he's good. He could do that. Yeah, you know what I mean?
The fake twirl.
Right, exactly. You know.
Oh, could you demonstrate?
No.
It's probably too big of a stick, right? I gave you too big
Yeah.
of a stick.
This one. No, it's kind of. I'm cold too, so. It's,
You want a thinner stick?
no, I
All right.
just showed you.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you see that?
No, I couldn't see it. It was so fast.
Yeah.
Want to see the world's fastest stick twirl?
No, but
You want to see it again?
you know,
What does performing give to you?
performing.
Yeah, like the act of playing the stuff that you may have
Well,
practiced
performing
for
to
weeks.
me is we're out in front of people. You're performing for someone. So, I mean, when I'm here with just other people, I mean, I'm enjoying performing for them. You know, I'm playing along with them. You know, just playing music. And I used to. There'd be situations where I would jump in with people I don't even know and jump in and play and,
And play.
and play and
Really,
like they
Like
were
he's
like,
been
hey,
playing it.
you cut it, you know what I mean? It might not have been the most fanciest and everything, but there was so many great people. Like one thing, me and Angelo Boncory went to Jonathan Swift's in Cambridge to see Buddy Rich play. Now, I've always been, hey, Kiss, AC/DC, all this kind of thing was my thing to do. Never liked the punk stuff. But we went to see Buddy Rich, and I've seen him on TV on the Tonight Show many times. But when you go see him live, and then you really get the jump, and his music is like swing, jazzy, fusion,
Yeah.
and the things he's doing
It's in
with
your
just
face.
3 drums, and he's traditional, which I'm a match grip player, but I was just that influenced me a lot too. Hey, if you want to be good, you got to practice a lot, and I
Teachers are
enjoyed-
telling you to stop it because you're just tapping on the.
Oh, at school, yeah, there was always.
So
I'd be sitting there, quit rocking, and it was just that's how I sit. You know what I mean? Right, it was,
He's just hearing rhythms in his head, just rocking back and forth.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know.
Were you one of the kids in school that would have a set of drumsticks with you at all times
No, not
No?
during school. No,
Uh,
they were
as-
down in the band room or
in
anything
your truck
like
when you
that.
were working? Because you were also, older, playing
Well,
in bands.
when there would always be a set of sticks in my car. I'd always have at least one in case. And that because a few times it was really nice to be hey, our drummer didn't show up and we're friggin' sitting there. I'd be roadieing for somebody or helping somebody else or playing with another band. Hey, would you mind? No, not at all. Get up and see. And you've actually been there several times when you see me jump up and different people in different
Yep.
circumstances.
Yep.
And, and
on the fly. What's your plan?
because
What's your plan?
what's my plan
Yeah.
for?
Have no plan.
Oh, the best plan is having no plan.
There you have
Because
it.
that's I don't read music. I don't, I'm not, I couldn't really teach anybody anything, you know what I mean? But I just, I listen and I always, for some reason, closed my eyes when I started playing. And so I was kind of like a blind musician, and I really got
Yep,
to know
missing all the
my-
cues of other guys going.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I knew when the cues were coming to open my eyes.
We're
so-
following you, my man. We're following you. When you were in a cover band, did you get the same satisfaction from the music as when you were in a band that played mostly original music? The same satisfaction, or did you enjoy playing the original music that you were part of writing more?
that I was part of writing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Original music, usually if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
writing music, you're in the room. There is no other drummer but you, so I would imagine you're the guy writing the drum parts to the songs that you're playing in an original band.
well, I quite never looked at it that way, but the way we structured a song came about, and we did it, and we rehearsed, and we made it, and but the songs that I enjoyed playing most, what I've had the most fun doing, is playing along for being probably 20 years, 25, when we started playing.
For a while.
And all that stuff, and we did, one of my best shows too, seeing your grandfather play with you and Chris. I don't mean to bring up too much of a personal thing, but that, to me, when I saw it,
Yep.
touches me, because,
Yep.
that was just so good. But,
I think I have another question for you. How do you
Is this
yes.
the bonus round, by the way?
almost?
Oh.
How do you measure yourself up to other drummers?
By height.
Oh, okay. No width.
No, I'm terrified of, not terrified of heights, but width scare the hell out
All
of
right.
me.
How much music theory do you know?
How much music theory?
Yeah. It can be none. It could be some. It could be. I mean,
It
you
could
can,
be?
It could be. I'm just
Okay.
giving you examples. Stuff.
Okay, let me see. None.
Okay. How
Music
much music
theory?
theory do you
What
think
the
is
theory is?
relevant to writing songs?
How much theory do I think?
Is relevant to writing songs?
Theory. I couldn't answer that because
well, you've had a
writing-
fairly successful, enjoyable. I mean, success. If you enjoyed yourself playing in any band, then that's a success. Do you agree?
Sure.
Okay. So that being said, theory may not be as relevant in writing because music is a feeling. It's what I guess music is what feelings sound like. I guess to use someone else's phrase.
Well, to me, it was more. I'm putting a beat to something that me and my buddy are working on. He's
Okay.
working on. He's
Yep.
doing his part of it, and I'm doing my part of it. And It's not like we're writing a song together. I'm just enjoying the moment, trying to make it feel the way it does. Which at that first couple moments, we know, hey, the
Yep.
fancy catch up. Hey, I was
Heinz,
I
fancy
was here going. Wait a minute, can you
Do that again.
And just this whole thing, and it was fun to me because, but to me, like oh, I'm making a song. No, we're having fun. We're creating.
And I
music
had
and
no
songs.
knowledge of music theory either, and we were still writing songs and making music happen and having a good time. So I'm just trying to make it for younger people watching. Playing music doesn't have to be all A's, B's, C's, getting it right, da 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 da. It's having a good time. It's showing emotion. It's being true to the music. It's being true to yourself. It's expressing yourself however you feel the need to express. That's how we end up with different genres of music. I feel we have way too many genres of music. I can't tell one country song from a pop country song, from a pop song, from a mainstream song, from a emo song. All right, I guess I could tell from an emo song. But all right, well, we're gonna. This is Thomas McCarthy, and I want to
This
thank
is the
you
bonus round.
I
Where's
want to
this?
thank you for. I want to thank you for coming.
Okay.
I enjoyed all of this conversation. I'm sure people will enjoy your stories because
There's
this
a
is
few.
the amateur theater where all the stories are told. I'm going to be putting a little asterisk R over here for R. All stories are told, even Mr. Thomas McCarthy. So,
Professionally, I like to go by Tom.
Tom Mack, folks.
Tom
Tom
Mack.
Mack. And I will put that in the heading.
That's
Tom
all
Mack.
right.
Copy that. So this is a quick little end segment for a little fun here called This or That. I'm going to give you one or the
That.
other. You pick
This.
right off
Or
the... See? Fast. Just like
that.
that, folks. Okay, here we go. Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Wonder Woman or Catwoman?
Catwoman.
Joker or Penguin?
Joker.
Guitar or bass?
Guitar.
Fiddle or violin?
Violin.
Acoustic or electric guitar? Sorry about that.
That's a dead heat. I like them
Okay. Upright or electric bass?
both. Either way, if you can play, it's cool.
All right.
But the uprights, I like the sticks. I like the look of them, the design.
I like them too. Jimmy James. Ain't no wrong note. Don't need to chain them strings. Know why? Dirt is funk. Anyway, Jimmy or Clapton? Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix or Clapton? I gotta go with Hendrix.
Okay.
It's off the charts.
Clapton or Page?
That's a dead heat for me. Always has been. I can't,
Okay.
It's like, this bottle of wine came from 1612 and this one came from 1613. which one's better. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that
Well,
being said-
well, that was a better year, 600 years ago, whatever it
Paul,
was.
George, Ringo, or Lennon?
I think they would have been way more popular.
Who's your favorite Beatle?
Pope, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. My favorite Beatle?
Obviously, that's the question.
Well, got to
Paul,
go with
George,
Ringo because I think he's
The
one of the
drummer.
most underrated drummers. The way he's the left-handed that played right-handed, and his shuffles and his grooves are,
He still plays right-handed, and his shuffles and grooves are just a
Oh.
little bit different now because he plays country.
right. But making somebody he what?
Yeah, he's a country star. Ringo,
Ringo
Starr
Starr?
is a country star, sir. Yes.
Is he?
Look it up.
Uh, I don't need to. I'll
Bonham
take your word
or
for
Rich?
it. I'm not questioning your authority.
Bonham or Rich?
Bonham or Rich? Jesus. You got to go with Rich for his body of work.
Lewis or Martin?
Hey, hey. Oh, Sammy, you nice lady.
I'll take you. You want Jerry Lewis? Martin or Sinatra? Dean Martin, obviously.
I
the
better pick
youngsters.
Frank in case,
Yeah,
you
Frank.
never know. He's still going to have to hit out on you.
Willie or Waylon?
Willie or Waylon? I don't know. Got to go with Willie. He's Americana.
Elton or Bowie?
Ah, Jesus. I don't know. They're both. That's a dead heat with me. Both
Okay.
of them have.
I think this one might be a dead heat as well. Elvis or Prince?
Elvis or Prince? Jesus. Elvis or Prince?
I mean, as
Wow.
entertainers.
As entertainers?
Yeah.
They both played music. They both were in movies. They both, they were two different eras, but probably Prince was probably just as popular as the King when he was at his most. Like Purple Rain came out and all that stuff and everything, and he was everywhere. And he's just an incredible guitar player. Just like if he just was, he would be known if all he did was play guitar.
In
He would,
1995, Howard Stern put a bet out for Prince that he couldn't play 27 instruments, $1 million to whatever charity Prince decided to choose, and he got to pick the venue and all the instruments. And Prince called him and said, I'll do 30 instruments on October 5th, 1995 at the Madison Square Garden. I'm going to give you and your crew tickets. You sit in center front row, and I will play. It's a 3-hour show. I'm going to now play 30 instruments, and you're going to be donating $1 million to a charity. Bring your checkbook. And he hung up on him and then played a 3-hour set and played 30 instruments in front of Howard Stern, and Howard Stern donated $1 million to a charity of Prince's choosing. Anyway, long story short,
That was
time,
all set up pre-arranged.
time or feel?
Time or feel? I don't understand the question. Time or feel?
Yeah, in music, do you like the timing or do you like the feel?
It's just a feel, I guess.
Okay, rhythm or blues?
Rhythm or blues? How about rhythm and blues? They're 50-50.
Us or them?
I'll take them both. We got both kinds. Rhythm and blues.
Us or them?
Us or them? Now you're throwing me us. Us as me and you.
Us as in,
Us.
if you were to say us or them.
Us or them? Well, I guess I gotta go with us because
Okay.
I don't know who them is.
Logical.
I know who us is, but I don't know who them are you talking about.
Me or you?
Me or you? There you go again. I gotta go with me. I mean, it's the natural thing to do. F
So
you.
me, check.
Me.
This or that?
This or that. I've been waiting all.
Since the beginning of this or that.
Yeah, that.
And there you have it, folks. This or that. We'll see you on the next episode of the Amateur Theater, where the stories are told. Don't know who it is going to be yet, but there will be one. If you're not laughing, you're not living. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good day.
Thank you for listening to some of my stories. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sammy B, for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Much success in the future.
Cut.
All right, Pay, get over here.
Get over here. Push
Get my
the stop
trailer.
fucking button. What
I'm
the
in my
hell?
trailer, biz.